Whether it be trolls, hounds, wolves, owlbears, the norms, shambling mounds. Was there ever any end to the dangers of this land? All new and unique and fascinating. He had to find that boy. He had to. If he couldn't protect this small child. The doubt was consuming him again. No, he would prove his own doubt wrong. He would save the boy. Hello, welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker with me, McGammar. Today, I'm going to be going back to that person who was in the previous town. But before I do that, let's talk to Hasuf. And let's sell some stuff. And buy some stuff. You got anything special? Yep, on-slide Jambarts. Yeah, I don't like that. Sell the excess amount of those. We don't really use negative channeling. I don't use dueling swords. Don't need that battle axe. Keeping that for now. Anything else to sell? One hide. Good haul. Good trade. Alright. Let's get traveling. Now, who do we want to take as a traveling companion this time? Well, I'm gonna get rid of Octavia for now. Let's take Kalika. You know, just to try something different. She'll fulfill a similar role in the party, but, they do more damage sometimes, with less damage most times, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I think it's more consistent damage. But still less than that Kundayo does right now. But Kundayo is crazy. Anyway, back we go to Naoki Village. Plus, Nick Kundayo has the wolf, the dog. It's a good dog. Can you imagine a party with 6 animal companions, though? That'd be a little bit crazy. Never enough animal companions. No, we need more. Okay, back in the village. Not gonna talk to Dragon until we get all of his things. But we can talk to Shaynih'a. A young woman catches your eye. She looks like she has come from far away. She approaches with a dancing gait and addresses you, speaking in an unfamiliar drawl. May the perfect human protect you. I am happy to meet you, O worthy one. My name is Shaynih'a, but you may simply call me the Tulip, as all the best of my friends do. Ever since the sun rose today, I had a feeling that I shall take part in a grand encounter, one that shall change our fates forever. And lo, it is so. Praised be the perfect human for this gift that he has bestowed upon these eyes that see the future. Who are you? I am a traveler from the impossible kingdoms of Odira. I was led here by the will of the gods, and my love for amazing adventures, and by the promises of inescapable retribution uttered by my former husband, who has since become a revered sage and a dead man. I never doubted that my path would bring me to meet a worthy ruler, one who would help me, and now you stand before me. And so we meet. What next? You, O worthy one, can help me find my calling. I am beset by doubt. What if, by choosing the path of a master smith, I am making a terrible mistake? After all, I, Shaynih'a the Tulip, have seen so many wonders, the likes of which your humble realm has never heard of, and I wish to recount them. But alas, I cannot write in your language. For the reason I must require a writer, and a worthy one. I have witnessed Master Chalk cover emptiness in tattoos, and the human grew out of them, for these patterns were so intricate and deep that the ink became more important than the flesh. Trust me, for I have woven the tale of these events myself. Perhaps I have been destined to become the muse of a great writer. If, O worthy one, you find a suitable scribe for me, I shall pay you back handsomely with my wisdom and advice. I need to go. Go, O worthy one, our path shall cross again, for that is the will of the gods. Uh-huh. Author wanted. She needs to talk to someone who understands writing. Okay, well, we have Lindsay. Lindsay loves stories. You can talk to her. Oh, wait, no, what did she say? Shaynih'a notices you and smiles broadly. Destiny has brought us together once more, worthy one. This is no mere coincidence. The perfect human is telling us that our paths are deeply intertwined, like snakes coiling around each other in the act of love. Okay, Lindsay loves stories. You can talk to her. I am grateful, O worthy one. I shall relate to you the story of my ancestor, Vubalak. Let us see if she is nimble enough to write it all down without omitting any of the colorful details. I greet you, young Lindsay. They say you are writing a book. That is most fortunate, for I can embellish it with a few stories that I have lived through during my adventures. Once I met a monk from the House of Perfection. He was an ascetic and hadn't eaten for 4 whole years. Hold on. 4 years? Are you sure he ate absolutely nothing? Maybe it was, well, some sort of moderate fasting. More like a diet, like you do when you eat, but only a little bit. No, no, no. Why would you think that? Breaking his ascesis would have been a shameful weakness. He did not eat at all. The people revered him as a pious and enlightened man, whose spirit was very strong. But I, as soon as I met him, suspected that he might be a liar. So I decided to expose him for what he truly was. Wait a moment. 4 years? That's impossible. If I skip breakfast and dinner, my stomach hurts so badly I can't even walk. It's really hard to believe that a monk could spend a whole 4 years like... Young Lindsay, by paying attention to such unimportant details, you run the risk of missing the heart of the matter. As I was saying, I decided to bring the monk's dishonesty to light. I enlisted the services of a Shatard who owed me a favor. The Earth Genie stood in front of the monk and sang a song. At that very moment, the hermit's face twitched, and a stream of stones erupted from his mouth. Imagine this. He had swallowed rocks to fill up his stomach to save himself from the pangs of hunger. He swallowed enough stones to fill his stomach, and lived, and never had to eat again? As far as I know, it doesn't work like that. Of course, I'll write down your story, but I doubt it will enjoy much success. It's just too incredible for our provincial audience. With a guilty smile, Lindsay turns away. Prometheus likes a good story, even if it is utter fiction. Your story is truly incredible, Shaynih'a. Perhaps I'm not as good at telling stories as I thought. After all, putting the events of the past into words is not quite the same thing as witnessing them. Perhaps I chose wrongly when I decided to become a muse. Until I can answer this question, I shall remain true to the calling as I've always pursued, weaponsmithing. If, in your kindness, you could indulge me once more and grant me a workshop in these lands, then I swear to you I shall make you truly miraculous weapons, the likes of which these lands have never seen. But for now, let me tell you a story that our conversation reminded me of. Listen to the story. The truthful story was divined for me by a woman who had eyes on the palms of her hands. Once upon a time, the sorcerer Maka Abhikara decided to become immortal. He started living his life with such purpose and determination that his essence would be imprinted on all his future incarnations. Maka studied the arts and became a great conqueror. He consumed the flesh of his enemies and servants to gain their strength. At a feast, Maka once swallowed a whole tiger, and the beast's rage and hunger burned in his veins, until, consumed by it, he ate himself. Years went by, and a young prince by the name of Purusov Vagba destroyed Maka's empire, slaying all of his generals. For Purusov was a reincarnation of Maka, bent on restoring the empire to its true glory. Eventually, Purusov was defeated in battle, and his empire died with him. But it was Maka Abhikara who spawned the terrible race of Rakshasa, cunning beasts, half human and half animal. Trust me, for I have met these creatures many times. Maka always dreamed of leaving a mark on the world, and he did, but not in the way he expected. It was not on the battlefield that his name became immortalized, but in bed, surrounded by concubines. Each may be mistaken in choosing their own path, even in the wisest of all.
Perhaps I am destined to be your advisor, O most worthy one, or your lover. Go now, for I need to be alone to think upon my words.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay, alright. Tell me more.
Shaynih'a is happy to see you, a most worthy one. Rest your legs and listen to my stories. That is, if you've nothing more important to do, such as assisting me in a delicate situation.
She gives you a sly wink. I would like to know more about you first.
I am flattered. Where should I begin?
How did you end up here?
Have you ever heard of Rudra? High in the Arundi Mountains lies the Adam Monastery. Its monks are pious and devout, and the duty is to feed a dead man whose green-skinned body floats over a black metal altar as he meditates. Back when Rudra was alive, he was the vilest of all the Rakshasa. However, one day he stepped upon the riverbank, and he became a seeker of truth, and thus he stood for 1,000 years unmoved.
Alright, we let her go.
A massive ant hive grew around him, but this did not concern Rudugala. 1,000 years passed, and the Dilmazal, the god of war, came to visit him and offered Rudugala any reward, for he'd shown great merit. Rakshasa demanded all 8 of the god's swords. Upon receiving them, he chased Dilmazul into a dungeon and, content with himself, sat down to rest. Soon the other gods realized that war had left them, for it was much more difficult to resolve conflict and maintain order, and so they began to seek the missing god. To be precise, they found a young hero and tasked him with finding and rescuing Diomazal. But he was terrified by the sight of the mighty 3-headed Rakshasa, whose one head was reading Mizra Medira, the second was puffing on a hookah, while the third was sipping wine. The hero didn't stand a chance in battle. But the Rakshas's bride fell in love with the hero. It is she that stands before you today. I put Rudukadara to sleep with a fragrant incense, while my prince took one of his swords and severed all 3 of the Rakshasa's heads. I hid the heads in secret places where my groom could not find them. The memory of my treachery remains in one of these heads. I hope that it will never find his way back to his shoulders. But I'd best stay as far away as possible, in case that ever happens. So I prayed to the gods, and trusted in them. I jumped over the ocean, landing in Phrygia. For there my feet carried me here.
I see. It seems to me that there are quite a few exaggerations in your stories.
Oh, they often say this about the Varundi. Know then that the gods have given me such lessons in humbleness that it is quite against my nature to lie and spread falsehood. Have you ever been to Nizwan? It is the capital of the island of Jalmare, the city of 1,000 rooftops, above which flutters 1,000 silk banners. Not water, but the finest wines flow from their magnificent jade fountains. There isn't a city more beautiful in this world, but Nizwan's greatest jewel is its houses of perfection, monasteries wherein this world's finest warriors train. Once the monastery of the Unblinking Flame became jealous that the monastery of the Unfolding Wind was known as a house of the greatest masters. Many turned down the invitations of the Unblinking Flame in order to join their white-robed rivals. The monastery of the Unblinking Flame swore to make them pay for the insult, and in the streets, the markets, and the palaces, the red-clad monks would insult the white ones, provoking them to bloody duels. Nizwan shook as if from an earthquake. Trust me, for I've witnessed it myself. In that life I was an arrogant master of the Unblinking Flame, and my pride demanded war. I knew that my days were numbered, and desired nothing but to see the Unblinking Flame triumph. In my arrogance, I could not see how much suffering I brought upon the people. Those who were struck by a monk's fist fell and did not rise again, and those who were touched by a priest's finger were permanently crippled in body and mind. We fought with honor, seeking to demonstrate our mastery, not murder our enemy, while the townsfolk died by the thousands, and we did not care. Our students, however, secretly arranged the tournament of Unseen Mercy, which took place on a bridge over an abyss. They fought, and it was agreed that the losers would be shown no mercy, and their bodies would be thrown down into the abyss. By dawn, the bridge was completely empty. It was then that we, the masters, saw how arrogance had weakened our houses and deprived us of our future. The ambitions of the past were all that remained. It was a bitter lesson. It was then that I swore in all my incarnations to be always humble and straightforward. I have since kept my promise, no matter how strongly I may wish to embellish my story.
At times you are insolent towards me. The Vidrani stares at you in surprise.
Insolent? I am a Raja, same as you. We are equals by caste. True, I hold no power, but what does that change? The sage Ovantha told me a story. Once he was a groom for the moon herself, but he angered her with his rapturous nature, and was expelled from the plane of Nirvana. To ensure that he never again falls victim to his ill nature, he carries with him the skull of his mortal enemy, and consulted on all occasions. Trust me, for I myself have heard the words of the skull's wisdom. Once, this wise man Ovantha was headed north. However, this path was blocked by the local Raja's army, who was waging war against his neighbor. The soldiers were ordered not to let anyone pass. This infuriated Ovantha. But, following the skull's advice, he did not kill them on the spot. After all, the soldiers acted honorably, neither buckling to his wrath nor flinching in their duty. Instead, the wise man took some rice from his bag and boiled it, making an army of rice soldiers. The rice soldiers then tore the Raja's men apart, while Uvantha visited the Raja's capital. He then overthrew the Raja and placed a dead whore on the throne, as a reminder of the powers that is fleeting in life. So do not hurry to think that your position of power might give you a strength that I do not possess. Only noble behavior and enlightenment truly matter.
I see. Let's do this another time.
As you wish, so shall it be. I have many interesting stories for you.
Tell me of Fudra!
Of the Kingdom of a Thousand Wonders? Where should I begin?
Tell me of your homeland. I need to take a sip. One moment. Shaynih'a's eyes glisten, and her movements become so smooth as if she's beginning to dance. It takes her a moment to stop herself.
Budra is a land of wonders never seen in your realm, as witnessed by 10,000 lines of Mizravita Brahmadia, as recorded by the wise these names. Balazistrin from the words of the goddess of Lika. Budra is 50,000 years old. That means it is far older than the rest of the world, which grew up around Budra to become its outer mantle, like shells and weeds grow upon the bottom of a ship. It is a land of genie, monks, and wondrous beasts, and gods, of course. Budra is home to thousands of gods, while in other lands they worship mere dozens. The perfect human is the head of the pantheon. He is called Ilori, master of masters. Among the gods, he is the Mahajara, ruling over Budra and all of the Mahajapandas, or kingdoms as you call them. Each kingdom has its own Raja. The wealth and glory, even of the feeblest among them, is such that it would make even the wealthiest of your rulers rage and envy. Trust me, for I was once a Rani myself.
You've talked about the treasures of your homeland. How would one go about trying to find them?
A sly smile crosses the Vidrani's face. Greed is a dangerous thing. Have you ever heard of the consortium of the Aspis, O worthy one? It is a union of the greediest merchants of all of Cheliax. The head of the consortium in Vudra learned of an abandoned palace of the princess Shaynih'a, rumored to be filled with fabulous riches. He hired guides and porters and set out for the palace, and the treasures they found there exceeded their wildest expectations, but their robbery had not gone unnoticed. They had awakened an evil spirit that sped toward them, taking the form of a white cobra. The Aspis realized that they would pay dearly for their greed, and they ran as fast as they could. The foolish Vudrani, who had helped them, ran as well. They built ships and fled their homes. Many turned to piracy, and you can find them still in the protectorate of the Black Marquis, now known only as the Mandala League. Woe is the fate of the thieves and outcasts. Others settled in Kaer Maga in Varisia. It was they who took on the pyramid box for the palace hidden in the consortium. This box is coveted in the finest oil, and carried by bedmen, and inside the box lives the child goddess. Trust me, for the child goddess spoke to me once, and foretold that you and I were destined to meet. The Vudrani hope that their deity's protection will save them, but it is this box that the evil spirit seeks. It has since transformed into the demonic ship, and it comes into ports by night. Sailors who look like crocodiles search the towns, and the ship is gone by dawn. There will become a day when the ship finds Karamaga's port, and the Vadrani will pay dearly for their greed. Vudra knows how to protect its treasures, and it's best not to seek them, a worthy one.
You were a ruler?
Yes, I am the Raja caste, although I have lost all my lands.
Shaynih'a speaks in a sing-song manner, as if she were reading a ballet or verse.
I once disturbed an ancient city of the dead, one that lay hidden deep in the jungle.
Keep... okay.
A great evil returned to me by my kingdom. The macaques of Sikari, diseased and rabid, swarmed the land. They rolled like an enormous wave, engulfing and destroying everything in their path. They called this horde the Crimson Wind. My warriors went forth boldly, but they were overrun. The walls of my palace steadily absorbed their attack, but in the end they turned to dust. I was prepared to die, but the Red Wind suddenly fled in terror, banished by a strange traveler. He was a Vanara, half man and half monkey, and he wore the orange robes of a priest. I wished to thank him, but he had little interest in my treasures. He offered me to play a wise man's game of barmaid, and if he won, then I would have to give him my throne. I agreed, for how could I say no to my savior? He easily outwitted me, hiding 4 pieces up his sleeve, while I only managed to brush off one off the table and stash another one in my pocket. I ordered my guards to seize the Vanara and put him in chains, as I had no wish to give up my throne, but by dawn the monks had fled his prison. He'd used his tongue to lick a hole in his manacles. I knew then that the monk was Ragya, the monkey god, a sage, a petty thief, and a lover of 100 rights. Trust me, for I have met many gods, and know of what I speak. I gave Ragya my throne along with my apologies, and set out to wander.
Let's talk of your homeland some other time.
Of course, we would need many a week to discuss all of her wonders.
Do you enjoy living in my lands?
This is a wonderful land. You have such strange cuisine, and kobolds, incredible creatures. We do not have them in Vudra. And those insolent creatures, squirrels! They have never seen such fierce creatures. But this land lacks order. The gods granted Vudra caste. You have none here, and that is why there is no order. For when you meet a member of a lower caste, you know that they only barely deserve to be born human. In their previous lives, they were animals, or maybe even vile things like kobolds, who are lower than even the lowliest beggars. Trust me, for I have more than once faced their wicked nature. Whereas when you encounter a member of the higher caste, be it what is that word? Pataprajna warrior, or a Fajr as you and I, that signifies that in our past lives we were pious and noble, and that our words were strong and true. It is what understanding these lands lack.
Alright, that was a great story. What sort of help do you need? The Vadrani proffers a small scroll.
This was written by my father. It was meant for a family that lived for centuries near the home of my relatives in Absalom. Life has scattered us all across Golarion, but we never gave up hope of reuniting with those we once knew so well. My father asked me to pass this letter to a member of this fine family, for if I should ever happen to stumble across one. As I have recently discovered, one of them lives nearby. The noble Hasuf trades in your capital. I confess I am too nervous to meet him. I fear that my anxiety will cause me to behave inappropriately, and I may disgrace myself for it. Would you assist me in fulfilling my duty and deliver him this letter? I do not believe that my heart can be at peace until this letter is delivered. One cannot be a master when beset by such distraction.
Okay. I have to go.
Until we meet again, O worthy one. It shall happen sooner than you think. The perfect human has told me.
1001 questionable stories. Okay. Alright. Alright. We are a mailman now. We're a baron and a mailman. Great. How long did I spend talking to her? Oh, good. Like 20 minutes. But I did it! I got through the dialogue! Ah, goodness sake. Goodness sake. Apologies for the silence. I need a moment. That was a lot. That character's a lot. Oh, I need if I wasn't sitting down, I would need to sit down. Okay. Oh, good. Harem succeeded. Beautiful. We need that divine. And we need Harem to do more. There's that weed again. Go ahead, try to solve it. You got pretty good odds. Got pretty good odds. 1 in 3, right about. Alright, I need a pop in here. I'm really glad that we can manage the kingdom from these little outposts. We need to build Shaynih'a's shop of exotic curiosities. It's done. Oh boy. Is there more I can build here? I have some BP now. I lied. I don't have any BP. Text is a bit big. Okay, that got divine. This gives arcane when next to a shrine. We don't really have anything to like have arcane stat yet, but we got it. We need more points. We need like 6 more points of divine. What can I do to get more shrine? I think I need a monument. Yeah, a monument would be good. Vexa Temple. Okay. 1 divine when adjacent to a monument. Yeah, I think that's what I need to do. I need a shrine. A shrine with a monument next to it. Like, pretty much everywhere. We need that divine. Yeah, we need like a monument, a shrine, and an herbalist house. Like, pretty much everywhere. We need the points of arcane, we need the points of divine. That's what I need. But I don't have it right now. I could buy the points to be able to do it, but not right now. There will be time. There will be time. We're doing pretty good on our curse timer. Doing pretty good on the curse timer. Okay, so, conveniently, that Lizardfolk village is there. I need to get around over to that spot. Like, okay. If I go here, there's this thing, which I wish connected over here to the bandit camp, but it doesn't. This will loop all the way back around and go up over there. That'll be a longer path. We're gonna go this way. Wait, did I? I didn't claim this. Let's get the lab. It's on the way. We go into debt. It's fine. We'll be fine. A random encounter. Sure. What we got? What we got here? Is it kobolds? It's kobolds. 1 kobold over that way, 1 kobold over that. Okay, alright. We're probably going to be flanked on all 3 sides. Go ahead, Ragongar, do your thing. Turn this off. Charge. Go.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
1 down? Yeah, kobolds are... You know what, let's, Yeah, let's just activate the real-time mode. It's just kobolds. We're fine. Beautiful. Take their stuff. Thank you. Have a nice day. Activate turn-based mode again. And we're gone. Absolutely not the hardest encounter that we could have had today. But there's nothing saying we couldn't get another random encounter. Which actually, I think I'm going to look for right now. At this point, I need to get over towards that Lizardfolk village. But, there's a couple of somewhat important random encounters I'd like to see. Let's see if I can get it to trigger.
I tire.
I quick saved right up there, so I should be able to get it. One way or another. Okay, we can... That does automatically connect, I think. Okay, we got a random encounter. Is this the one that we want?
Why don't we
My
set up
strength
camp?
betrays me.
Everybody's tired, but that's okay.
In due time.
This is not the one we want. I think I know which one this is, though.
Please, do tell.
Alright, so here's
know what to
what
do.
our formation's gonna be.
State your desire. Anything is possible.
Look there, everyone. I knew that Borba. That mighty and strong one. Came to Trobold, killed many, many trolls. We had to run. This Borba killed King Hargolka. Easily, like smashing a hair. Strong Borba, scary like fire. Run for your life.
Suffering.
Okay. Well, we're doing this now.
Taste my fury.
Can I potentially stop these? They are scared. They're running for their lives, but they are trolls. Let's put down some grease here. Can you not 5-foot step? Can you just please move and cast a spell? Did you get all three? No. No way. Oh, we got through it. Oh, they're leaving. Oh, they're leaving. Okay, well, I don't want them to leave because I don't get experience if they leave. So let's see if I can stop them with, maybe a confusion. This might get them to stop. Do you have crowd control? You mostly have blasting spells, which I like. I think the others can get them, though. So, how about burning arc? No, they're a little bit too spread out. How about Scorching Ray? Oh, they're all running. They're going. They're going for it. Charging is probably the only way. Okay, this one. You're too tired to charge. That's unfortunate. You don't really have crowd control spells either. Don't really have reach. Just shoot acid.
You're using it wrong.
Can you blast this one? No, you have to gather power. Well, if we turn these off.
This is going to hurt.
Okay. I need more grease.
Serves
5-foot
you
step
right.
off. 5-foot step off. Okay. Grease. Here, please. Got one of them. Okay. What can I do to stop you? Let's try Hideous laughter.
So tired.
They're down. Okay. And now they're a little bit closer together. Now we can try that burning arc.
Go.
That got two of them.
Unworthy.
One down. Another one bapped. If I turn these on, can I? Yes.
Burn.
Solid hit. Reliable. Okay, let's try to knock him down. The grease is working. The grease will be working.
This should do it. Left yourself open.
Ooh, nice crit from me. Don't often get to see that. Let's buffer Gongar. Let's not trip.
Wretched thing.
Take a stab. Good hits.
Flames take me.
And they're down. Yeah, it sure was one of the most encounters of all time. That was not the one I wanted, but that was one that was probably blocking the one that I want to have from appearing on the table, because I didn't get it previously. So I'm okay with having that. We have plenty of time. We have
Resting
plenty of
would be
in-game
nice,
time.
Don't you think?
I would like to get yet another random encounter, so I'm going to quick save again. And we're going to slide back and forth for a bit.
Have a moment of respite.
We're going to slide back and forth for a bit. There it is. I hope this is the one. It might not be the one.
And then our leader charged forward. Hey, wait for me.
Greetings, you good sirs. What was that you said? Greetings, you good sirs. So, your money or your life, whichever is it. This is not the one I wanted. I don't think this is a particularly unique encounter either. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load the game. And I'm going to, I think I'm going to pause the recording, briefly. And see if I can get the random encounter to go. Let's give it like, 10 minutes, okay? Alright, I'll be right back. This is the second attempt at it. Let's fight. This one only took 2 slides. Is this going to be the one I want? No, this one's centipedes. This one's even worse. This is absolutely not what I want. Okay, try 3.
I shall end this suffering.
It's the same centipedes. Another one.
My strength betrays
I
me.
tire.
Okay, this looks more like what we want. We have several exhausted party members now, but that should be fine.
I'm quite a social person, you know. I enjoy meeting new people. They didn't learn to keep away from me yet.
Request.
Okay, let's have
I yearn
Oh.
for
Jathal co-op
entertainment.
first. Let's have Jathal change weapons. Let's buff.
Together
You know what?
we are unstoppable.
Let's use your extend meta magic rod. You get 3 of those. Cast shield on yourself,
A reckoning is at hand.
and
Share your will.
you can give him enlarge.
I know what to do.
We're kind of a little bit short on those high level spells. Let's slap a nice heroism on Ragongar, actually. That'll help him out tremendously. And once he's big...
I'm restless.
Alright. We don't have charge, because he is tired. But I can shoot acid to start this fight off.
Time for fun.
Okay, what are they saying?
Yes, she, Sarat, warm blood filth.
I see. Okay. Well, if that's the case, let's move up a little. And storm. Bring the thunder. Be the thunder that you wish to see. Let's turn these off, because we cannot gather power and shoot on this turn. Alright, let's just move up. Let's just move up. How about these kind of dudes for us? Oh, there are many. Many! Oh, and there's some friendly as well. That could be useful. Another turn, another lightning strike. I love it. Buffer Gungar. More shots. Alright, let's move up a little. Yeah, I'm real tired.
This should do it.
I'm not gonna hit with anything that requires a roll. These all took some nasty hits. Big fights going on up there. Turn these back on. Actually, don't you have a new type of blast now? Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, you learned rock. Yeah, you have rock and fire, but I think we now have composite blast, don't we? Magma blast. I could use magma instead of fire. That does sound really good. I do like the idea of that. Let's shoot magma. Okay, hold on. Can I turn that off? Oh, no matter what, I get a lot of burn. Oh, no matter what, I get a lot of burn doing this. Okay, how about medium gather power? And we turn that off? Will that work? Okay, full round action to gather energy. That's fine. Let's try that. Let's try that.
Taste my fury.
That might do something next turn. Okay. Kinesis are weird. Kinesis are real weird. Figure it out on the fly. Alright, you can't charge. But you can move up. Okay.
Unworthy.
Got that one down. Some turns are real simple. You just click the thing and you attack. Some turns are just like, alright, how does this work? A lot of damage going on up there. Another lightning bolt here. Can debuff Trustian for now. I am in a bad situation. I don't want to be in a bad situation. Let's delay. Many enemies move. Do that magma blast.
This is going to hurt.
That's a good shot. Okay, let's move. Yeah, I have no move because I'm very slow. You're not quite as encumbered. Okay, there's so many enemies. What can we do to help the situation out?
Deserved it.
I think first and foremost, we can just get in there. Just being there should be enough of a threat.
Chasasa, warm blood, death, long tail, death.
Aid me, warm bloods. There's thick skin. They no mercy. Okay, we double moved up, so we can't really do anything this turn. Jathal can't charge. She's too far away. There's also rocks on the floor there. So I do have Dragon Breath. No, I would get the potential teammates with that. Alright. Jathal probably wouldn't care. I care. Let's just be up here and be ready. Many enemies. Who's the one we're trying to help? Who was the named one? Is the named one the guy who just went down? I really hope not. That would be extremely unfortunate. Alright, what kind of spell we got here? Try Burning Arc. There's so many enemies here. Target-rich environment. Let's see how this bounces. Oh, it's terrible. Absolutely mortifying. Alright, let's switch back over to the easier blast. Let's move up. Is anything in range? No, just keep moving. Alright, Prometheus still needs to move. Is anything in range of anything? I think my best option here might be... No, that won't do it. More lightning. If I activate the debuff thing, that might actually do better for us right now. Many enemies.
Wretched things.
Oh no! They were outnumbered. Oh no. Alright, let's get Ragongar. They're staying in there. Okay, alright, so Rashor is the stronger one, who is closest to us and easiest to save. Got it. I'm glad that is the case. Turn on that and that. Let's just take a nice, easy, safe blast at this one.
Burn.
Okay. I gotta stay relevant and keep moving forward. Is there a teammate in between all this? I think there's like a... Alright, so your friend on the ground. There's nowhere I can scream. There's nowhere, just shoot.
Calculated risk.
My odds are low. It's fine. Get them all scared.
Any last wishes?
Don't like her being that close, but we have to be.
Bleed for me.
One poke, one slash.
Despicable.
Okay. We're doing it. They're really ganging up on that one. Alright, that guy in the back, he's about to go next. Maybe fire some magic missiles at him. That'll do it. Okay, never mind, he's out of range for magic missiles. Alright, now, next plan. How about the next one? The guy who just went. Actually, this might be another situation for Burning Arc. One and damage to another. Just what we need. Alright, he's down. Looks like it's just for shore left.
Flames take you.
This will hurt.
That wasn't close enough for lightning to strike anything. That doesn't feel great.
This is where I step in.
But Ragongar should be able to finish it up.
Me.
Okay.
Respite?
We got it. We collect all their stuff.
All according
Sorry
to
about
plan.
all your friends. You are the only survivor. Extremely unfortunate. Exhausted from the battle, the Lizardfolk breathes heavily as a shallow wound on his shoulder continues to bleed. Warmblood saved Rashor. Rashor owed Warmblood his life. I have nothing to thank now. Come to village. Rashor thank properly. Where is your village? Near Gleaming Lake, where river flows. Rashor forget how Warmblood calls it. Where swamps are. Easy find, yes. Let's heal his wound. You're bleeding. Let me help you. Lizardfolk hisses gratefully. Let always be peace between our two tribes, yes. Why were you fighting? Longtail tribe, not enemy to Warmbloods. We speak your language, we trade. Sometimes we eat traveler or two, but with no hate. Thick-skinned tribe not like us. They hate Warmbloods, not speak their language, raise their village, yes. As they must eat all Warmbloods, and Lizardfolk will rule the earth, as in times of old. Thickskin say Longtail sold hearts to Warmbloods, say that why we become sick, and let lose scales soon. That why we fight. Okay. Farewell. I don't understand lizard politics that much. But I'm glad that there's at least one tribe that wants to be friends. Oh wait, I didn't loot all this down here. As Prometheus is so exhausted he can hardly move. Yeah, a couple more cheap
In due
things.
time.
Won't say no to that. Gotta get Prometheus off the map. There we go. Took me quite a few tries to fish up that random encounter. I think I had to go all the way over here. I had to go to the east side to be able to get it. No real stretch of imagination. I had to go past my location to get that location. But I feel like that's important because it gives you like an inn in the village.
Resting would be nice.
I don't know. I think that's
Don't you
important.
think?
Anyway, we're also really close to the secluded lodge. So once again, we can rest without having to spend any resources. It's a little bit more time, but I just think it's neat that this is down here right where we need to be able to rest. Very handy. It's also a shop, so we can offload all of our junk. Like all these clubs that we just got. We absolutely do not need all these mundane weapons.
I tire.
Why don't we set
That
up
is not
camp?
far.
Working on it. I would like to spend the night here. And I would like to see your wares. Mostly to get rid of all this junk. It weighs us down. It's worth money, but it also has weight. Give up all this junk loot. Good. Love it. Gone. It's just nice. It's just nice. I feel a little bit bad that we kind of got the room for free, but it's very much a thing that I like to do in games. It's just have an extra place to be able to rest for free out in the middle of nowhere. So, next time on Pathfinder Kingmaker, we're going to follow all of our leads and enter this Lizardfolk village. I appreciate that you found the path with me, and maybe we shall travel it together. Later, Pathfinders.